Nice new song. I hope y'all can feel it. Hey, you danger with Hornets win last night. Go ahead and let y'all know y'all in danger, family. Hornets. Talking about the squad. We're talking about, the net. Even they Smith and Westbrook got a little back and forth. Rapaport and KD. Hey, talk over NCAA. NFL. Come on. Hey, Mike, I see you, Mike. Yeah. Come on, man. Hey, I know y'all can feel that. Come on. This baby, last year winning was get it there. Because I got the black on like the trusting, black on the stand, on like the trusting, black on the stand, black on like the trusting, black on the stand. Family, what's going on? I'm Nick.
I'm Mike. What up? What up?
Military Brothers Talking Sports, family. Welcome to our show. Another day we are celebrating. Another day we're elated to see another great sunshine. Mike, my brother, how was your day, my brother?
Oh my goodness, man. You know what, man? You know how sometimes you work real hard and you just doing it, and then all of a sudden something good click. It just happened. And it just make you feel so good, man. It take all the troubles away the whole day. I don't know what it is about today, man, but my drive home was different. My spirit is feeling good. My aura, everything rocking, man. Feel real good, man. What about yourself, my brother?
Hey, my brother. It was a gloomy day, but it was a good day. I got some things accomplished, got some things done. And so I cannot complain about anything whatsoever. Appreciate the day, appreciate the opportunity to see one wonderful day, my brother. So I'm excited about this day.
Yeah, glorious day, man. The weather is so sun showers. Nice 60-something degrees, still muggy out there. Certain patches of the highway, man, is just coming down like a monsoon. But good weather, but I hear we got some cold fronts coming up. Be ready.
Yeah, that last little push. It always does that. Transition from winter to spring, give us a little bit of what we're expecting. Then that last little cold front comes in. But a couple days, we want to get that all pushed out. And after that, it should be clear skies, my brother. It should be clear skies. But hey, it is definitely all good. Ready to get in this conversation, man. I think that they're going to be interesting conversation.
Oh, today. Man, it's going to be fire today, man. I'm feeling good, man. Let's do it.
Get it out there. If you guys haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. The link is there. Make sure you guys subscribe. Follow us at Nick and Mike on YouTube. You can find us, family. We've done several shows. Hey, make sure you guys chime in. Today's going to be, I want to hear some voices back on what we're talking about today. But before we get started, Mike, you ready, my brother?
Always.
The last day, man, I thought it fitting. The last day, man, we've talked about a whole bunch of women, man. But today, we're going to talk about the squad. If you don't know who these 4 women are that's in Congress, you are sleeping on these women. You have AOC that's out of New York City. You have Ilana Omar that's out of Minnesota. You have Ayanna Pressley was actually out of Massachusetts, and Miss Tlaib, which is actually out of the state of Michigan. These 4 women do not take any mess. And you can see, I see there's a man there and another female that just Miss Bush. Then got the brother that is linked up with the squad. These 4 individuals, started with these 4 individuals. They are really bringing things to the forefront. They are not holding their voices back. They are holding people accountable, people within their own party and people outside of their party. They are holding punches back. And I love that. They're holding people accountable. Their thing is that, hey, you voted for us, and there are certain things you said you were going to do. So guess what? If you're not doing it, they're going to call you out for it. Not to say that they're perfect, but I like the fact that they're calling people out. I love how they speak up and speak out. And very intelligent, very, very intelligent women. They're definitely on board and definitely going into these low-impoverished communities, investing in the communities, speaking up for the people that voted for them. These women are represented. Hey, and one thing, they're not afraid to speak what's on their mind. You know, I'm a brother that don't use profanity, but Miss Talib, man, one time they were coming at Rashada Talib. She said, hold up, wait a minute. She said a couple of choice words, and they understood what it. A lot of people didn't like the words she chose, but they understood exactly where she came from. That sister does not play. She's from Indian descent. The other lady, she's I think Ethiopia, or one of those foreign countries, but still yet she's an American U.S. citizen, and now she's in Congress. And these other ladies, man, and they're a mixture. Different, you see, have a black sister, Indian. I think AOC is like Spanish descent or something like that. And
Native American.
Yeah, Native American. Hey, whatever. It is no insult. It is what it is, my brother. Not being disrespectful, but whatever it is, that's what it is. My thing is that you can see the melting pot from different perspectives. They all have different perspectives, different angles to speak from based upon how they were brought up. And they're coming there to fight the fight. So I have much respect for these ladies, man, for being able to speak up and speak out against injustice.
Yeah, man. You could tell by the outfits that they ain't playing, man. I love it. I love the nickname, the squad. I know it's about the ladies and the four of them, but they've added Jamal Brown, New York, Corey Bush of Mississippi, and they let it be known they ain't going nowhere. You just ain't gonna say anything you want. Ocasio-Cortez, born and raised in the Boogie Down Bronx, not playing. You're just not going to say anything. And the former president launched an attack on them, saying that they were racist, but no, they addressed racism. That's all it is. That's all it is. And so they wanted to be known at Capitol Hill. You ain't just coming through there saying anything you want. And that's how it was going down, man. And then you have, I love the name Rashida. I'm probably going to pronounce the last name wrong, but I think it's Talib, something like that. Yeah.
Talib.
And that sister is Palestinian.
There you go.
Palestinian American, man. She and the other Omar, the first two Muslim women to ever be elected to Congress, man. Can you imagine the pride? Can you look at the outfits, man? I'm loving it. As Nick mentioned, Ayanna Pressley, first black congresswoman to represent Massachusetts. It's a new day. It's a new day. You ain't gonna just say what you want and do what you want without being approached, man. All right. So
I want to speak about Miss Bush. You mentioned Miss Bush. She's the new addition, man. When that election took place, Mike, she was the first one to speak out about holding the former president accountable.
Exactly.
These sisters are not playing, man. Like I said, I love the sisters, man, who are willing to speak up and speak out against injustice. And I don't have a problem with, and you you always hear this say, some people have issue with women in the power of authority. I don't have a woman in the power of authority that's doing what she's supposed to do.
Right.
I can respect that. I can support that. But don't be sitting up here trying to hide behind things that you know is not right. Like Matthew Gaetz is actually up against some sexual impropriety he has been doing. Now he want to come and try to hide behind. No, brother. No, Joker, you did it. And I'm tired of this craziness, man. I think, what's going on, fam? Hey.
T. Benjamin, that's cuz right there. What's going on? Glad you in there. Glad you in there. Love this lady right here, man. It's one of my dear cousins, man, about 2 years older than me. Used to give me the beat down as we were coming up, but we won't mention that. But listen, man, I want to address the Omar. She's the Somali American. Do you realize this sister came to America at 17 in 2000 as a refugee?
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine the pride? And I'm loving it, man. Minnesota's 5th congressional district, man.
That's right.
Moving right along. These ladies are not having it, man. They're not having it. I love the energy, the outfits. Let's address everything that we can. And the problem is that most of these people, you can choose the side, they want somebody docile, quiet, won't
What?
make any noise, probably likes to eat a light salad. No,
Hey,
we're
man, brother,
not
love for me.
having it.
You got love for Mike. I'm on the show too. You got to show brother love too. Now, only can't go.
T Benjamin, please tell this brother that you're spreading the love. We
Okay,
are together. We are together. The love is for both of us, Nick.
okay. Hey, Mike,
It's all good, man. But
wait, watch this. You're gonna love this about AOC, man. She was calling out Nancy Pelosi too, man, about the lack of job that she was doing. And that's my thing, man. If you recall, I'm an independent voter. You know, there's some people in the Republican I support, people in Democrat I support. I'm not affiliated with any type of party. I'm down the middle. So my thing, hey, that's what I'm talking about, man. Feel the love. I feel the love. Love you too, sis. That's what I'm talking about. We have nothing but love on this show. And guess what? That's what I'm talking about. If you're not doing your job, don't be scared to call them out. Don't hold your tongue. Guess what? That's what she did.
but let me tell you why they mad at OAC. Let me tell you why they mad at this sister. Because she beat a 10-term incumbent. 10 terms. Democrat represent Joe Crowley.
I remember.
That sister was 28 years old. It's time for new blood, man. That's all. Take your L and ride. And that's why they mad.
This is the reason why, Mike, I think there should be a term limit on the number of years you can serve in Congress. You get them old jokers, man, as of being a former South Carolinian, Strong Thurmond was in his 90s and was still in Congress. Dude, you're old and see now. You need to allow some young people to get in with young blood, fresh ideas to come in there and do things.
It's still going on, man. Yeah. I don't want to call nobody name out because the list is endless, but these are the ones that sit up high thinking they're in a catbird seat, and they got the nerve to tell people how they don't need financial aid, they don't need Medicaid, they don't need government assistance. Everything that you can think of, they don't want to need. Oh, well, you can't buy meat with your food stamps. We don't want you doing steak and crab meat. Nope. Oh, well, we got to limit the food stamps. Oh, you got to be divorced. Oh, you got to make it $5,000 a year and be dead flat broke, and then maybe we can help you. Oh, no, they want to ration out everything, but they sitting up high, probably making about $200K a year for the rest of their life, but they want to tell the average American what they don't deserve. Wow.
Man, Mike, man, you know me and you are definitely in agreement with that, my brother. But like I said, I love people like this who are willing to call out. There's another guy that's on the Republican side that I like. He was one of the first one during this insurrection came out, and he definitely voted to impeach former President Donald Trump. And he talked about the Republicans unwilling to speak out against the former president. And that's what I'm talking about. Right is right and wrong is wrong. I don't care what party you're affiliated with. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Don't be like this sorry behind Lindsey Graham that's in South Carolina. Oh, you're talking all this mess about Donald Trump when you were running against him. So now you didn't win. Now he your best bud. You call him all kind of names, but you don't even have a spine. The dog gonna speak up and speak out when you get in front of it. The same junk I talk about you then, that's the reason why I don't have no respect for Ted Cruz. You let Donald Trump talk about your doggone wife like a dog, and you're unwilling to speak up. I wish somebody might speak about my darn queen. Oh, I gotta remember what my doctor said. My doctor said I gotta keep my blood pressure down.
Let me tell you something, man. I see you outside. But anyway, I want to add one. I can't go through all the accolades and kudos, but let it be known that Presley defeated a Massachusetts rep 20 terms. 20.
There you go. Freshman,
man. And it's time for you to roll, and that's why they don't like these ladies, man.
Mike. Man,
sorry.
Mike, but that's what I'm talking about, man. Get these sorry jokers out of it. And the thing I don't get, that's just like up in New York City, I think Cuomo needs to go in and sit down, step down. Dude, you got all.
Now, didn't he get his hand caught in a cookie jar?
I'm just saying, man. And my thing is right is right, is wrong is wrong. Whatever the case may be, that joke. Hey, but anyway, these ladies, love these ladies, like what they represent, and I love the mixture You see, you got a mixture right there.
All the ethnicity. Let me leave off with this. Presley says, and I quote, "The people closest to the pain should be the closest to the power."
Woo.
And she's a rape survivor. Father been incarcerated for many years, most of her childhood. So they know the struggle. They know what's going on in the inner cities, man. OAC, working class parents. From the day she was born, she just see her parents work. So you got these silver spooners want to sit back, chilling, and gonna tell the average American what they can't and can have. Wow. One of them even said, we don't need to start feeding them because like animals, they'll keep coming back and they'll never be able to get cut off. Wow. Compared humans to animals, man. Unbelievable.
There's a white sister, man. I love to hear her talk too, man. We're gonna have to acknowledge her one day, man. She's a former educator. She's a teacher. She's in Congress too. That sister don't play either, man. And she make people eat their own words. Make people really. That one time, Matthew Gates, he's sorry to me. He had the nerve to try to call somebody out, and and he was talking to Reverend Al Sharpton, and Reverend Sharp and the guy. Oh no, it was another congressman. He was like, hey, be careful calling the kettle black, because Matthew Gates had some drunken driving his father got him out of, and he's a hold up. You trying to throw dirt on people? Don't forget, you got some dirt up in your doggone closet, and now those joker faces a real charges that his father ain't not gonna be to get him out of.
Most of them, Nick, have charges you wouldn't believe. If they pull up all the records in Congress since they was high teens to college, on in their 20s and 30s, you will be amazed. And just like me, we'll sit back and talk about why we ain't in Congress. How they even get in there with that record? It's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
All right. Great. Like I said, I just want to acknowledge those beautiful people, man. So, hey, man, ready to get in some sports conversation, my brother?
Let's go ahead and get this out of the way.
Get what out of the way? Hold on. We got to take our time, man.
Go ahead and get your boys out the way, man. Boy, he's so happy. He grinning like a Cheshire cat in Alice in Wonderland.
Hey, on this show, we take our time when we having prominent discussion. We take our time when we having discussions about, positive influence in the community. Positive influence.
But you know what? Okay, candle burner. Now, you ain't going to burn the candle both ends today. First, I don't want them to make the playoffs. I want them to tank so we get a draft. Now he hot tamale today. And your boy did good. Gordon Hayward. Wow, he's playing his worth finally in one game. 26 points. My goodness.
Why do you want to, first of all, why you rated on my parade talking about
Gotta start right there. Give your boy props. 26, 11 boards. Hayward is balling.
Mike, Hayward had a good game last night.
Say it with your chest, man. Say it with your chest, man.
He had a good game last night, but he's still not worth $28 million.
Woo. Hey, man, your boy PJ didn't come through, man. Didn't come through in the clutch, man.
You're going to learn to listen to me, Mike. You're going to learn to listen to me, Mike. 5 points. Played 23 minutes. Look here. Zealous played better than him.
Biombo's another one. Didn't come through in the clutch.
No, Biombo's more of a defensive-minded center. So, played defense. He had 3 block shots. So he had some block shot, kind of like Noel for the Knicks. You don't need a lot from him. You just need the rebounding, good defense, and on that role. That's what Biombo.
All your boys came off last night. Pretty Cody, what they call him.
Right. If it was me, man, I'll be starting Cody Zeller at power forward.
13 boards, 16 points, not bad, man.
My thing is, to me, that would give Charlotte a more formidable offensive and defensive presence. I'll put Cody Zeller at the power forward position, Biombo at the center, Hayward, of course, at the small forward. Scary Terry at the shoot. What did Scary Terry do?
He got busy last night. 27, man.
Down the stretch. What did Scary Terry say? Excuse me, miss. pardon me, get out of my way. Let me take these guys to the promised land. Scary Terry handled his business last night. Scary Terry, 27 points.
Your boy Graham got a little bit busy too. Devontae Swing, not Jodeci. Graham got busy.
Graham a good player, but like I said, his role served better come off the bench. But I think someone's going to overpay him next year when he's a free agent. But my man Malik Monk, man, I don't know what the world's wrong with Monk, man. He's been out the past couple of games. I don't know. I need to call the coach like, hey, what's the deal with Monk? I haven't seen him play. What's the deal?
Well, you know what, man? It'll come out. But let's talk about that boy on them Wizards with that triple-double from East Bubble Funk. Some people call him Westbrook.
Yeah, but we're going to get into more conversation about Westbrook and Stephen A. Smith. We're going to have a conversation about that. So we're not going to get too much into Westbrook.
Triple-double.
Triple-double. Westbrook is a walking triple-double. So I'm not surprised that he got a triple-double. But they're hurting, man. You don't have what's the name is out. So Beal is out. So it's gonna
you know what the best part of the game was?
Whew.
The best part of the game is the hesitation stutter step turbo when Westbrook took off and cranked it on Biyombo's dome. I was loving every bit of that. Looked like his elbow was in the rim.
Hey, Biyombo had to talk to him after the game, man. They were laughing about it, man. Yeah, bro. He caught Biyombo slipping on that one, bro. Westbrook could have springs, doctor.
That whole move was electric, man.
Hey,
just when you thought he was gonna slow it down, he stutter step, put the turbo on.
Mike, I'm gonna say it like Luke Campbell said, move something.
that was vicious, man. That was vicious.
Wow,
give it up to Lopez, man. Give it up to Lopez, double, 11 boards, 16 points, not bad. Who is this Hachimura dude? Raul boy came off. He dropped 30, man.
He was the number one pick from last year.
He gave the Knicks problems before we also put the Wizards away.
But the thing, Hachimura, they got him playing power forward. You can see he want to be a small forward. He can't make up his mind what he want to do. So that's the reason why he ended up being a role player in the NBA. He need to doggone solidify what type of player he wants to be.
He can get down, man. He can get down.
He have a lot of work to do and a long way to go. Mess around, he gonna be in the G League. Keep that up.
With 30 points?
Mike, my thing is that are they winning?
Well, the answer to that is obvious, but this boy is getting busy, man. That's just like the Kings. They coming off De'Aaron Fox lighting it up, but that record is horrible, man.
Family, y'all tell me what y'all think about Hachimura. I wouldn't trade for him. I don't have him. Just saying.
Listen, anybody that is a baller, I just give him props, man. Just like my second time hearing of the kid, I probably got to pay more attention to the draft. But yeah, he gave the Knicks some problems, and obviously last night, he got a little bit busy, but it's all good.
Yeah, I guess he's still learning. But anyway, all right, man. On to next.
Ooh, boy, the boy cruel, man. He cruel.
Mike, in the West, if you don't keep your eye on these doggone Denver Nuggets, Mike.
Hey, man, I would listen. You don't have to convince me. I seen what they can do.
Mike, every time I see.
Don't say it.
Every time I see
MPJ. Michael Porter Jr.
Every time I see Michael Porter Jr., man, I get upset, right?
I know, man. Double from this young kid.
27, 12, and when I'm telling you, Mike, when they open Charlotte back up and we start going back to the game, I'm purposely going to go look for that manager at the shoe store. And I said, do you remember me from a year ago when Charlotte drafted Bridges over Michael Porter Jr.? You told me Bridges was going to be a better player. Do you still believe that? I told you it was a mistake. Michael Porter Jr., arguably, watch what I'm telling you, family. They would allow high school players to come out and enter the draft. Michael Porter Jr. would have been the number one pick. Michael Porter Jr.
I
was
was convinced once I
dumb.
saw him ball because he was hurt most of his high school career, man, even though he was doing it big. You know what I'm saying? He had to get his health back together, but as you can see, he's the real deal.
Mike, this joker try to argue with me and try to tell me it's based off of his health, his back. I said, dude, he's a 19-year-old kid. Even if you let him sit out a year to get that back right, it's worth it based upon what he's going to give you for the next 20 years.
Yeah, he definitely showed improved, man. He's worth everything. A great asset, and I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it. I hate to say it. Philadelphia, man, is a hard team to beat when everybody's healthy and hitting on all cylinders. And for the Nuggets to just get in there like that, and of course Embiid, is not available, but you got your boy Jamal Murray with 30. That's crazy and incredible.
Wow.
Joker with 21 and 10 boards. Aaron Gordon hadn't showed up yet. Just waiting for Aaron Gordon sighting.
But you got to realize Aaron Gordon really trying to get in a rhythm with it. He only took 4 shots last night. So I think it's more of a rhythm thing. I mean, so once or Aaron Gordon
that's going to be nasty, man. That's going to be the Joker, Jamal, Michael Porter, and your boy going to get in the rhythm, Aaron. I got the eyes on the prize, man. I got him, man. I got him. Matter of fact, I got the Nuggets and the Lakers in the Western Finals.
I hear that, right? I don't.
Who you got?
I'm still holding out for Portland, man. Portland and the Nuggets.
Okay, CJ.
No, Mike, I take it back. I think the Utah Jazz is going to be the squad to darn beat.
Well, you know what? They got a chip on their shoulder. They should, man, because
everybody's overlooking them.
No. They folded, man. They didn't come through in the clutch last season. Bubble or not.
No, I'm not talking about the bubble. But to me, man, I think they were still learning how because you know what the key addition to them last year was Michael Conley at the point guard position. He really didn't start picking it up until the end of last year. They started learning how to play. But this year, Conley was an all-star. Conley is playing much better. They're playing good defense. They picked up Clark. Clark is an amazing asset coming off the bench. Gobert is going to play good defense. Dude.
It's about time, man. He done got dunked on by everybody in the league.
And he
should be playing big finally.
Mike, I'm telling you, man, do not sleep on the Utah Jazz, bro. The thing I love about Utah is that ball movement. I
got you, man. I got you. They got a chip on their shoulder, but the Nuggets are saying to themselves, to anybody, we beat them once, we can beat them again.
Hey, I'm really, really saying, man, I love what the Utah. I'll tell you what, it's going to be interesting in the West. It's going to be very interesting in the West. I believe any of your top 5 teams, including the Lakers, if they fall out of the top 5, I can see you can justify them going to the Western Conference Final. I think so. So it's going to be interesting showing, man. See what them guys do. Don't sleep on them.
I got the Nuggets going.
All right, man. Speaking of a team that surprised me last night, man, the darn Clippers, man, went to darn sleep.
The Clippers should be playing with such a chip on their shoulder that everybody should be scared of them, man. I don't get it, and I'm not gonna say that the Knicks didn't, have a little static with the Magic and finally squeeze that out good, but with the Clippers' talent, there's no way that they should be struggling with the Orlando Magic, man. It's just no way.
But all the players, PG-13 didn't play last night. Rondo's not back last night. Morris didn't play last night. So those are really 3 key players that they're missing. So I was okay. I can understand. They didn't have all the 4, but they had the lead. They gave away. And look here, Batum, 34 minutes, you'll give him 2 points. and Charlotte.
But he had 10 boards. 10 boards.
2 points, Mike. You can't. Mike, you
But
can. Mike, I guarantee you, I'll put you out there on the court for 34 minutes. You give me more than 2 points for 34 minutes.
I'm hitting a strong 3, and then I'm subbing out.
Mike,
if I don't pass out, I'm hitting a 3.
now you understand my point. Yeah, you gave me 5 assists, but dude, you only can score 10. You were a negative 11. That means your productivity hurt the team versus helped the team. That's all I'm saying.
Man, I think you take it personal out of any Charlotte player that goes somewhere they ain't producing. No,
man, I just hate highway robbery, man. I need to be the doggone general manager, man. Talk about this. I just got to take this call real quick. Finish talking about that.
Well, listen, man. The Clippers need to be. I get it. Playoff P wasn't there, but your boy Kawhi has to have the ability to push the troops, to move the troops, man. That silent killer gotta get cut, man. You got to speak. You got to rally the troops. I understand that Kawhi got to be surrounded by good players, and I'm not knocking his talent, but every team from Spurs to the Raptors was surrounded by good players. Now on this team, Kawhi got to be surrounded by the other players and push him and rally him, man. So Luke Kennard got busy, 17 points. I'm looking at Zubac, 14. Got it. All right, let's move along. Let's see who did work with the Magic.
I'm back.
Steve Ross and his teams. Otto Porter, 13. Mo Bamba, 12. Yes. Hey, I was just saying that Kawhi's 2 teams were the Spurs and Toronto, man.
Gotcha.
Not knocking his talent, but Kawhi is surrounded by good players, and they can move as a unit. With this team, Kawhi is surrounded by the players. He has to surround himself, spread his love. He got to be a leader, man. That's silent but deadly stuff. PG not there. Kawhi, you got to speak. You got to rally your troops up, man. You got to motivate, man. You got to talk.
I'll tell you what, Mike, man. In looking at the Orlando Magic, man, I'll tell you what, with all the draft picks they got coming back, man, and you got to realize they signed the point guard who was the number 1 pick who he got from Philly, who tore his ACL. I can't think of his name right now.
But he's on the Magic?
Yeah. Who was Philly?
And he's out now, or he got hurt at Philly, now he's balling?
Right now. Somebody help me. I can't think of the name right now, but anyway.
Point guard?
Who?
He's a point guard?
Yeah. He was the number 1 pick. Philly traded him to Orlando. I can't think. I'm having a brain cramp. But anyway, somebody said
what school?
He came from off the West Coast. It'll come back to him. But anyway, Orlando Magic, man, they're going to be in a high draft pick. They get somebody else who can really run with them.
Is that one of your Tar Heel players in double digits?
No.
Wendell Scott. Excuse me, I said Wendell Scott. Grease Lightning, my fault. I meant Wendell Carter Jr.
No, Wendell Carter Jr. did not go to University of North Carolina.
If he went to Duke, it's the same thing to me, man.
Wendell Carter Jr. actually went to Syracuse University. So
what?
That's right. Yeah, okay. Thank you, family. Folks.
Who am I thinking about?
I knew somebody was out. I'm talking about Martell Fultz.
Fultz.
He started
remove the A and the E.
I know you're talking about, family. Thank you very much. Folks.
Who is that, man? Put your name to that name.
No.
Whoever that is.
I appreciate your family for helping me out. But like I was saying, do not sleep on Orlando, man. Their future is looking real bright.
How bright are we talking, man? What future we see? I don't see nothing, man.
Next year, I predict them to make the playoff.
Wow.
Mike.
All you got to do is be better than about 8 teams and you in there.
But the thing you got to realize, they still have picks coming after that. They have Ross, who's Terrence Ross, a good player. Bacon, who used to be with Charlotte, who's with them now, is a pretty decent player. Carter.
Let me do a OTSC, my brother.
Yeah.
That's an on-the-spot correction. Wendell Carter went to Duke.
No, Michael Carter. I'm not saying Wendell Carter. Michael Williams.
I'm talking about
playing point guard. Michael Carter Williams went to Syracuse.
Oh, yeah, Michael Carter Williams. I thought you said Wendell. I said Wendell Carter Jr.
Oh, okay. I thought it said Michael Carter. Okay, so I didn't catch all of. Okay, so yeah, he went to Duke. Now, like I said, they traded for Carter. You put Carter at power forward versus center. That was the problem in Chicago. They had him playing out of position. He's not a center. Put him at power forward. He has a decent little, mid-range game. You put Biyombo at doggone center. I'm just saying, they can really create something there. If they can get that kid that's actually, I don't know if it's Oregon State or whatever, like 6'9" man, handle the ball in college right now, who's probably going to be, if not the one.
Oregon State?
Yes. It's going to be the first. You get a player like that in Orlando.
You talking about Cade Cunningham?
Yes.
That boy nasty, man. That boy nasty.
Mike, that's my saying, man. You only need a player to get the franchise the head in the right. Now, can you imagine him on the Knicks, what the Knicks would do?
Hey, man, we need a runner and a gunner like that. Like if RJ had that Cade Cunningham motor, it'd be problems. But I am proud of RJ the other day, man. Came down there, baseline, two-hand slam. He's coming along, man. Coming along.
I like that. That's what I want to say out of RJ. That means you are playing aggressive. You're playing like you got a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah.
That's what we want to see. Don't be playing like a little pansy. We need you to step up. Maybe it's a uniform, but I'm just saying you're probably going to you just have to keep it up.
All right, man. Who we got? Who we rolling with?
Now you've been waiting on this conversation. You've been waiting on this one, man. Did you hear about KD and Michael Rapaport?
Let me tell you something, man. I was randomly going through Twitter last night, just at random, and I seen KD trending, and I'm like, why is he trending and he's out, or whatever the case might be? So apparently KD had a interview, and Michael Rapaport didn't like the way KD was interviewing, and it went from there.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, if you're on Twitter, go to trends or type in KD. They got the full conversation of these dudes going back and forth. KD went all the way back past Ike Turner. I'm going to put him in the realm of the Mac and J.D. Walker's Revenge. Old 70s cut. You got to see it.
Oh, man, boy, you crazy, man.
Boy, KD went Backstreet 110th Gangster. I don't know who KD was. I thought he was the original Satin from Sparkle. If KD shaved that down and get some waves, put him in Sparkle 3 as Satin.
Man, stop.
That brother went off.
But Mike, KD had found himself. First of all, man, let's have a conversation about a real conversation. First, I really have an issue with Michael Rapaport. I really do. How he really, really did something that you're not supposed to do. That conversation that he had between him and KD was private. That KD words was not directed to nobody else except for Michael Rapaport. I understand he brought his wife in or whatever, but he did not invite all of us into the conversation. He was talking directly to Michael Rapaport. So for Michael Rapaport to take that conversation and post it, I don't agree with that. Bro, that is one of the cards you do not play. I guarantee you, Michael Rapaport probably had conversation with some people that he would not appreciate them posting based on it being a private conversation. But let me explain to you why KD has found himself in a little bit of hot water. Because of the misogynistic conversation that he posted in there. Remember, and I think they were talking about this all day, that's the reason why Donald Sterling lost the Clippers. You have to be careful with posting stuff, and because you can get yourself in hot water. Only thing you have to do is to make it public. You don't put yourself in that situation. Donald Sterling got fired because one of his little bunny hops on the side, that's what he called, Look, Bunny hops on the side. He had a conversation with her, made some conversation that was not acceptable, which were racist conversation, racist statement, and it got himself in some trouble. So my thing is that, dude, Kevin Durant had to be careful.
Okay, well, since you're going there and you're being professional, let's go here. This is probably about the second time that KD let someone get to him and responded.
Mm-hmm.
KD, you are on the Olympic team. You go into the Hall of Fame. You got money out the yin yang. You do not have to go back and forth toe to toe with Michael Rapaport, who's got to be about 60. And that's what Rapaport likes to do. I think he said something to Kenya Moore on one of these reality shows, told her she was ashy. And that's what he do. I hate to say this, man, and I'm going to say this as lightly as I can. Michael Rapaport, because he's been in several black movies and he from New York and he got that swag and he loves the Knicks, somehow he thinks that he's been given a pass to go at our athletes or our sisters. No, my man, stay in your lane. I know you spoke about Charles Oakley when he was done wrong in the Garden. We've enjoyed your humor, but if you don't like the way KD answers a question or an interview, okay, I got off topic. Let's go back to Kevin Durant. Kev, you too established to be letting people get to you and you go hard on text and they tweet it. Stop doing that. Now, you called Michael Rapaport out. I need to see you in person. Then let that happen. Once them Twitter fingers start going, people will look through it. And he was talking directly to him. And that's the kind of language we use sometimes. Mike Tyson has used those words in person. He didn't tweet. I don't know if Mike can tweet. But he will tell you what he wants to do to you verbally. And I think Mike is capable of that. But instead of Kev saying, you know what? Where are you? Let's meet. And they even put that in the text. I got the whole thing right here. But Kev went thug gangster. I enjoyed it. But when you start saying things that put you in a box or it's stereotypical or it hurts the feelings of others when they read it, and Kev got to realize, dude, you're a role model. You got sneaker contracts galore, commercials galore, endorsements. You're on the Nets. They're going places. You got a chance to do great things in history. You don't have time to stoop to the level of a Rapaport who specializes in getting on people's nerves. That's what he do. And he's real good at it. Real good. Look like one of the kids I went to high school with. And we were kings.
Great point, man. All right. On to the next. Another sensitive brother. Speaking of sensitive brothers.
Now, which one is sensitive?
Michael Russell Westbrook.
Oh, you calling Russ sensitive?
Very much so. Very much so.
Ooh, Russell had to get a little help, though.
Let me break this down. And to me, if you go back and hear what Stephen A. Smith had to say today, he really articulated it very. And you know, Stephen A. is a very intelligent brother. And I like the way he communicated to everyone about the situation. Because Westbrook's wife tweeted at Stephen A. Smith, a couple of choice words about Stephen A. Smith. And Stephen A. Smith said, you know what? I respect the fact that your wife is standing up for her man. He said, I expect that. He said, if I was married, I would want my wife to do the same thing. He said, but you know what? I don't take nothing back what I said about him. And what Stephen A. Smith was saying is that, okay, Westbrook, what you are doing now is like you're, and trust me, Stephen A. has been for years a defender of Westbrook. But now it's just come to a point of saying, okay, you're doing all of these accomplished, scoring, rebound, all triple double, all stuff. Got it. But what are you doing that is going to cause your team to get to the next level? As we know, Westbrook ran KD out of town. Westbrook would have had a championship if he would have let go of his ego. Westbrook went to Houston for 1 year and realized it couldn't work with him and James Harden. Now Westbrook is actually in Washington, and they have a losing record in Washington. So the common denominator about a team not winning is Westbrook. And so Westbrook got offensive and want to talk about his accomplishment off the court. But you got to realize you're not getting paid over $40 million for your accomplishment off the court. You're getting paid $40 million because of what you're doing on the court. You're getting paid $40 million based upon what they believe that you can do as far as getting the organization to get a chip. If they did not believe that you could do that or accomplish that, that's Westbrook, you would never be getting the money for which you're getting paid. There are a whole bunch of people out there would like to get paid like you're getting paid. And that's the reason why I said, when it comes to superstar, I only like to put like 5 in the category that really prepare your team to that next level, to where, regardless of what you put them on, they're going to get you that chip. For a little short period of time, Westbrook was arguably viewed as one of the best players in the league because he did something that nobody else did until Michael and then with Oscar Robertson, only person who averaged a triple-double. Westbrook did it twice and about to do a third time. So it's commonplace. So what they're saying, what you're doing is called stack padding your stats. Stats padding. Your shooting percentage is terrible. So instead of working on your rebound and assist, why not improve your jump shot from 40% to maybe 35% to maybe about 55% or 50%? That would be more effective of helping your team win. You're not a winner, Westbrook. You're not a winner.
Well, so obviously you agree with Stephen A.
Oh, all the way. Yes, I do.
Okay, so check this out.
Yeah.
And I need to know where's Riri when you need it, because she say Westbrook is the hardest working man in show business. But let me do it like this. You had some good key points. Stephen A. simply said Westbrook can do that day in and day out. He always brings it. He's a walking triple-double, the most athletic guard in the league. He named the things you just did. But I think what really got Westbrook or his wife is when Stephen A. said, that big triple-double he got, his numbers mean nothing to me. When is he going to win? And that made Westbrook's wife go into this, I don't understand how you get off talking about my husband with all that he's done. And I get it. But unlike you, Nick, I don't want my queen dipping in when someone disses me because I'm going to go to another level and I don't want her involved. I got this. I got the helmet, the sword, and the shield. And trust me, I'm going to war. Don't get involved. And that's what Westbrook should have did. Me personally, Westbrook is a big dude. He can handle his own. But the only thing that I didn't like is when Westbrook said, a championship don't change my life. Brother, everybody wants a ring. And if you don't want one,
there you go.
And if you don't want one,
there you go, Mike.
Then continue doing what you do.
That's a problem.
You will break even. You will break even. Because why did he go to the Wizards instead of calling LeBron, calling Brooklyn, calling Miami, calling Denver, calling Utah, calling Phoenix? We could go around the Sixers. We can keep going. So I do believe that Russell Westbrook will only get into the Hall because of padding of the stats. He can do it. Okay, you can go ahead and cut that off, whatever that's going on, big dog. Somebody got something else going on. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's an unsport related
I don't know what
activity right there.
Yeah.
But so that's my issue. I understand, Westbrook's wife came to his rescue and then Westbrook spoke, but he never spoke about the issue at hand. And I'm not knocking it, but he said one thing I won't allow to happen is to let anyone create a narrative and constantly talk S for no reason about me because I lay it on the line every night. I get it. So Westbrook said, when I was at UCLA, a dude told me I wasn't good and I'd never make it. If I had listened to him, so that's the narrative he's talking about. He said these announcers, like Stephen A. and others, use their platform to say that kid is not good. Then on draft night, teams remember what an announcer said who hasn't played any sports, and they'll take it out on him. So Westbrook is against announcers saying what a kid can do, especially on a college level. We've all heard it. Westbrook is the exception. I'll add this. I respect Westbrook because he did not want to be the Robin to KD's Batman. I do respect that. But what I don't respect is when you know that man hotter than you and you refuse to give him the ball because you want to take the shot and develop your own personality and your own brand. And I get it, Westbrook. I get it. But at some point, if you don't fit in where you get in and spread some of that stack pads production around, teach them what it is, well, then, my brother, you don't have to worry about a championship changing your life because you ain't going to get one.
Mike, this is the thing, the reason why I do not have – I agree with what Stephen A. Smith said today, and this is the reason why. He made a valid point. He said when you're hired on a job, you're hired on the job in order to actually do whatever they ask you to do, to perform. And he said, he made a valid point. He said when they brought him on and they gave him the contract, they gave him a contract based on the ratings going up, people watching and hear what he has to say. And that if the ratings go down, then guess what? When it's time for him to get another contract, that contract probably won't be available. So they're hiring you to perform. He got that major contract to perform. As we both know, the reason why he don't have a championship is because he would not allow let his ego go.
So when you say perform,
yes,
does that performance include bringing the chip?
Yes, it does.
Okay, I just want to get it clarified.
Yeah, and Mike, and let me explain when I say get the chip. The issue I have with Westbrook, he has not improved. His jump shot and his shooting percentage has not gone up since he's been in the league. So that lets me know you allowing your athleticism to get to the hole, to get to the basket, be stronger than the person that you're playing against, to really propel you to be who you are. But if you're trying to get to that next level and get a chip, you have to do the extra stuff in order to get the chip.
But watch this. What's going to happen when that athleticism and that bodying down the weaker guard start to leave your body?
I'm going to give you a prime example. People who are staying in the league right now, and I'll give you an example with my former high school player, Ray Allen. Ray Allen knew that his skill set was diminishing when it came to, getting to the hole and doing the things he could do when he was a younger player. But the one thing that Ray Allen could do was shoot.
And Ray used to put it on you when he first got in the league. He was coming down the lane, tomahawking on people.
Now watch this.
Catch them 90s when Ray was coming down the lane.
Yeah. So now when Ray could continue to shoot, when Ray retired, do you realize the San Antonio Spurs and the Clippers reached out to Ray about coming out of retirement to help them win a championship? So he could shoot. Hey.
Listen, Ace Dog, man, I don't believe in that. Even with Tom Brady's Giselle, I just don't believe the queens of these athletes need to be speaking, man. These are big boys. They got big pants. They got big shoes. They can take care of themselves, man. I don't like that. And if you don't know who Jackie Christie is, oh, my goodness. Oh, boy. And still on reality shows.
But and I understand your point, and you have a valid point, because that's where when your wife start getting involved, the other person can say something that really can turn it into something that it doesn't need to turn into.
And so that's why I don't want the involvement.
Right.
Because I know how I am.
Mike, that's just like me and you having a conversation right now, and I want to say something about your wife. That didn't kill the whole conversation, bro. You looking at me completely different now.
I'd be on my way to Charlotte.
That's and that's our point. And
I'm at the front door.
Yeah.
You're going to check your mail. And I've camouflaged myself as bushes, one of your trees, and I'm pulling a All right, I got excited. My pressure is up. Hold tight. Let me bring it down. Let me bring it down.
Hey, you gonna use one of my words? You gonna do
Yeah. I power down, power down.
Hey, you gonna do a Superfly Jimmy Snooker and jump off my roof?
Man, I'm coming with Junkyard Dog, Coco Beware. I'm doing it all.
See, hey, me personally, I'll be like, hey, Mike, I'll be like, hey, I don't want to disrespect your queen. I'm just letting you know what she said to me. And you allowed the man to handle it. But like I said, Stephen A. Smith did not say anything negative. That's why I give that man so much respect. And he respect what she did. He never
Gentlemen, man, because you don't want to do that. Now, unlike T.I. and Floyd Mayweather,
oh boy.
See, that's a whole different level of respect.
Whole other level. But anyway, man, Mike, can you believe we had the end of the show? We didn't even get a chance.
Man, we said, hey, it was fire today, man. We told him, man.
Fire, man. And we didn't get a chance to talk to you about USC. We didn't get to talk about.
Oh man. Hey, man.
Real quick. We can talk about the USC real quick. Go ahead. The Gamecocks won last night. We want to give them. Hey, I'm gonna do a quick rundown. I was wrong in thinking Gonzaga was going to actually lose. I'm gonna post the score.
Man, they put us smack. Let me tell you something. So Gonzaga and USC, we could probably move that out the way. Go Lady Gamecocks, that was a thrashing.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Michigan Wolverines.
Oh, boy.
My brother, when you have 8 chances to tie or win and you don't succeed on any of them because of play calling. Hello, Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
You do not tell your people. After you missed about 2 threes, somebody drive in and get an and one, please.
Go to overtime.
How do you get somebody shot a 3 air ball exactly winning OT?
How you do the air ball?
Winning OT. Then your teammate catches the air ball and does a turbophonic delight 360 underhand scoop layup, and that misses. No. You get the ball and go straight up to the rack, smack boards, and get fouled, man. I don't even believe that, man.
Hey, but it was a good game.
It was good. But Michigan had about 8 chances to do something fantastic, man. You blew all 8. That's coaching. Them boys young. Afro came down, stutter step, stop, look, step back to the 3 and lit it. Why didn't you put on a turbo and blow by that man hard left? You had a wide open layup.
Mike, I got a question, man. As you know, I'm not a Don Staley fan, man. I'm not a USC fan, but I root for Don Staley, man. How in the world do those girls, my father who's watching right now, knew I'm not a USC fan, but I pull for Don Staley. How is it that those girls don't allow a point in the 4th quarter of that game? And we at the end of the show, family. Much respect, I'm actually hoping that USC won. I'm pulling for USC. Go Gamecock.
Congrats, man. Let me tell you something. That conditioning is something to be dealt with. John got them girls running, doing wind sprints, suicide. They run and they play like they want to win, man. I'm proud of them girls, man. That thrashing, that sent a message.
Let's go.
They need to go ahead and handle Stanford, and come with May. I can see Lady Gamecocks and UConn in the championship, the brawl for it all.
All right now. All right, man, it's been a great show. Appreciate you. As you know, subscribe, follow, share us on YouTube, Twitch, all that good stuff. Appreciate it. Was another great show. Man, I told you it was going to be a bomb burner today, fam. Hey, the Knicks play tonight? Think they do.
Man, will you worry about them Hornets, please?
Oh, okay. And you know, if the Knicks play tonight, we're going to have a conversation tomorrow.
Exactly. And I'm all in, man. Go New York, go New York, go.
Family, it's been great. I'm Nick.
I'm Mike.
Military Brother Talking Sports. Peace.
Peace.